Good evening. I'm back. I'm back, baby. Make sure my little bear is present there. Eventually, we'll be diving in the Hogwarts as a Slytherin. All right. I literally when I left, I didn't even shut anything down. I just like did the raid, stopped the stream, and then got right up because I always cut it to like the last moments, right? So we had just got everything working. Literally, this is this is where we were, where we ended it. What we're gonna focus on right now is cleaning up stuff. Um, I don't like the fact that the chicken, the laying eggs and everything, like it's very chicken-y for seeking a block. So we are going to first look at the block entity behavior we created in the last stream, clear out all the extra stuff that we don't need. And then we're going to look at this part right here, the actual AI task for seeking a block. And we're going to pull out like some of this stuff like lay time could be changed, requiring entity nearby, just categorizing things, getting things, removed that shouldn't be there. And try and make it more generic, right? I want to be able to put in custom attributes to have this work one way or another. So that's what we're going to do. Ta-da! All right, so first thing we are going to target is not that. I'm going to close that out. I'm going to do a little cleanup here. I guess I had a lot of windows open. Where is it? There we go. This is what we're going to look at first, the block entity behavior. All right, and now we have to, the goal here is to normalize things. We're going to start with this full code. I do not like full code. So I'm going to comment it out and we're going to see what is actually used here. So looks like try add egg uses it. I don't care to use this at all. Like at all at all. So what we can do is I could do try add egg. I can just put it to false. We can literally get rid of all this stuff. We have to have try add egg in here because that is attached to this iAnimal nest, this interface for animal nest. Again, they might as well just call it a hen nest, a hen box nest, because that's what it's catered to. So we're just going to get rid of all that. I don't need to mark anything dirty. We're just literally going to set this to false. That means egg counts. I think I can get rid of that. We're going to stop the game. So it looks like egg counts is good. Distance weighing. What is this? This is something that we need to have. So it does not contain a definition. Okay, so get return. It looks like let me take a look at this in particular and see where else it's referred to. Nowhere. It's just here. So it's got to be something in, I think, iAnimal nest, right? Nope. Oh, yep. Distance weighing. I am going to. We're going to have to make some assumptions here. So what does it currently do? It says 2 divided by this count eggs plus 2. So it's getting an egg count plus 2. We deleted egg count, but I do have a copy of it. Where is it? Right here. Let's see what egg count is trying to get, what kind of numbers it would be giving us. Egg count, so eggs, base block, last code, 0. So it would be looking for normal at that point. I think for the chickens, it looks for hen. Chicken dash hen is what it is. So if eggs are greater than 57 or if eggs are less than 48, return 0. Return eggs minus 48. That is so weird the way those. So you must be able to get quite a few eggs. All right, we're going to close that back out. I'm thinking that I could just set this to, because it has to return a float. I'm going to set it to 1. Let it return 1. I could change this to 0 afterwards. I'm hoping that distance weighing means that when it lays an egg, if I had to guess, um, depending on how close the rooster is, you get more eggs when it happens. Maybe. Ah, it's funny. That's still pretty cold. That was from before I left. Have stuff on my shirt. Oh, baby triangle food. That's where that food went. he got excited and started smashing things out. I saw something in the corner of my eye, and I just now realizing it was actual food. Okay. Timer, we're not even using, so I'm going to get rid of that. We're going to get rid of all of these because I know it's working. Full code, we can completely get rid of that. I pruned out everything related to full code. Suitable for. Return entity is entity agent. And this path contains, okay, this is what we need to work on next. So full variant, so what are we doing here? We're looking at the JSON attributes. If attributes equals null, text equals null. And what is text exactly? How is text being used? It's actually not being used. Let's verify this. Let's look at, come on, where is it? Right here. Let's look at text here. Oh, so that's what it is doing then. Full variant would be getting a string. So we're getting a string and we're assigning full code to the string. I bet if we look at hens, this would make a lot more sense. Chicken, chicken, chicken dash hen. There we go. So if we look at the attributes here, it should be under server, right? Attributes, no, it may be under, I thought attributes would have been something more generic here. Variant groups, hens, and pulp. Behaviors, animations. Server side attributes, but that's about pathfinding turn angles. Hey, Lord Jar Jar. So I'm not seeing anything under hen. Maybe that part of the code is under rooster. Again, I would have expected to see something more for attributes. Oh, wait, it would be unless it's null, right? If it doesn't have an attribute. And then it defaults. So that's interesting. We'll look at the baby chicken just to be sure. I'm pretty sure we're not going to see any attributes here. Yep, it's just Pathfinder attributes. So it looks like Tyron keyed in this right here, full variant, and never actually uses it. Because down here he had it to where if this full code equaled null, which means nothing's in there, then it would have just filled in the normal anyways. Or I think for the chicken it's full, I think is what it was. And I think it has to do with how many eggs it can lay. So we're going to hijack this. We are going to hijack this because we're going to input a couple of things. We are going to input this string. We're going to get rid of this constant, and we're going to have it to where, because I want to specify the creature type that's attracted to it. And this right here, right, is suitable for. So this right here and this actually should be the localized name. Not localized, I'm sorry. The actual, like, I guess registry name for this particular nest. So for this, I could probably put like monster. I could just put like creature EM. I could make it very generic. Creature underscore EM. I could do type dash. There we go. And then here I can do type underscore creature. I feel like I need one more word in there to define it, right? To make sure, because this type is it's registering how we talk to the nest. So really, it's not a nest that we're making. It's not a hen box. It is, we're distilling this down to where it's a point of interest, right? It's a block that attracts an entity. So let's call it as such. Type creature attract to entity. Or I could say if I could spell entity right. Entity attract to block. Entity underscore type. There we go. I think we got it. Entity type attracted to block. Because I could put in any entity. Honestly, if someone wants to make a spin-off of my mod, and like use my mod and then maybe have their own creatures that they want to set point of interest or customize anything, I'm going to make this generic enough to where if they know about the attributes, they can easily just plug into this and use it for whatever creatures they want. That's the goal, anyways. The goal. All right, let's copy that. There's going to be a couple places that are going to be pissed now that we just changed that. The first one's going to be up here, right? This is going to be very unhappy. We're going to save. I'm going to build because I think there's one more place. I just can't think of where it is, but it will error out and it will tell me down here. I think there's one more place. Either that's the only place. There it is. Oh, so this is the web nest, right? So I'm going to have to change that. And then what's this? This is the seek block. That's right. I knew it was somewhere else. Yep, and it's actually right there. Now let's rebuild. I think it was just those two places. Okay, we got a failed. And there's one more place. Yep, here it is. This is the behavior, entity behavior point of interest. Type. There we go. Wait, I thought I already changed that. Oh, I changed it here. Okay. So there were 4 places altogether. Okay. Done and done. I'm going to remove these because I don't need both of these up anymore. Well, I don't need them in the main screen anymore. Okay. I can get rid of some of this stuff, right? Time to incubate. Occupied last time. I don't think I need that either. Let's get rid of full code. So things are looking a little more manageable here. So entity occupier is what I definitely want. The block entity, we are calling the generic block entity. We have the position. And it looks like it's getting the wanted position, and it's literally the dead center of the block. So I think something like this is going to work with it will probably work with blocks that are that don't have a collision, like spider webs and things like that that you could walk into. It'll probably work with that a lot better. I'm not sure what would happen if you attach this to a solid block, if the entity keeps trying to walk into it. I guess we'll find out with doors, right? Because that's going to be solid. So we'll figure that out. Okay, so for this, we need to come up with a name that's going to describe what we want. This will say entity um, name for attraction. Maybe? Entity name for, well, probably not name because someone may get the wrong idea. Entity, I can put partial, maybe partial name for block seeking. We'll do that. We'll do that. Instead of text, we and we're also, yeah, we're gonna keep it as a string. This doesn't seem right to me. Okay, if attributes are null, then text would be null. Instead of text, we are gonna call this honestly, I could call it this to keep it simple. Paste that in, and paste this in. Okay, no, this is actually making sense. Parentheses can be removed. So basically, what I'm saying is, if there is no attribute, then this is going to equal null, which means that it's not going to be attracted to anything. You will have to put in an entity. This is going to be a required field to use the behavior, or else it's just not going to work. Else, if we see that there are attributes, we are going to look for this particular attribute. We are going to assign our internal variable based on this attribute having something that we can use as a string. If not, then it's going to return a null. And then we're going to add the point of interest. So that means that we can then use this variable right down here. Monster stalker nest suitable for. It would be because I do a contains, so contains this dot. Oh, I need to cut this. We got to make this a global variable. I'll make this a private string. There we go. So we'll still assign it down here. Just because I'm from Java, I know I don't need to do this, but I like to. It makes me feel happy, warm and fuzzy. There we go. So if it contains that, occupied. So I do want, I really should make another, not string, but variable. I'll make this a Boolean. Bool. There we go. And we're going to call this only one occupier. Only one occupier is what this will be called. We're going to come back down here. I'm going to say, if there are no attributes, this dot only one occupier equals, I will default it to true. Because for most people, like if anyone does want to use this, it's going to be probably like a custom nest for an animal or monster or whatever it is. And the nest block is going to be that kind of block that you can walk through. So having only one occupier defaulting to true would be probably what we want. Else, so we're going to copy this. We're going to paste this in. So now this is going to be JSON object 1, 1, and 1. I'll make this JSON object 2, 2, and 2. We will be looking for only one occupier. I am spelling occupier right? I don't want someone to be like, this Vice guy doesn't know how to spell anything. He has the internet. He has no excuse. Okay, I did spell it correctly, just in case anyone out there cares. Oh, I got to do only one occupier. It's going to equal this. We're going to do this as a Boolean. We are going to have the default value be true. True. I think that's what we're going to want. So I'm saying if JSON object 2 does not equal null and this object is true, then it's true. This doesn't seem right to me. This kind of stuff always gets me with like a condensed kind of logic. I normally like to break things out, but I have to force myself to get better at this. I think I want to do the default's going to be true. True. We'll do this. Yeah, I think we're going to do this. I think this is right. We could test, but I'm pretty sure this is right. Like I just thought about it like a couple times. I'm like, no, it seems right. I think it'll work. All right, so we're gonna have the only one occupier. Again, it's gonna be true. This is gonna be something we could test with the skeletons because I may want more than one skeleton running towards that front door of yours, all kind of working together, trying to bash your door down. Yep, that's what I want. Okay, only one, and now we can come down here. We can say if this dot only one occupier, right? So if this is true, I want you to return this right here. Else, we are going to return false. So the idea is, if you say, yes, there should only be one thing, one chicken in the coop, right? One spider in that nest block, whatever it is. Then this is going to be true, and then it's going to check, like, if this occupier does not equal null, and this occupier is not the entity, then it's going to return the true statement, right? If the thing can nest in there. If there's already something in the nest, then it's going to try and go to that nest. Else, false means that every time it tries to see, hey, is this occupied? Nope, false, it's not occupied, even though there's like 1,000 things in there. Okay, let me go towards it. So that's the idea there. Set occupier. Try add egg we have as false. On block unload, we needed this. On block removed, I can clean this up a little. Let's get rid of some of this white space. Get rid of that. Suitable for, get rid of that. This is literally all we have to do. We trim down quite a bit. I always like to have 3 spaces in between all my variables and the start of the main method, and then all the other methods. I think it's more pleasing for me. It catches my eye, like, okay, I'm looking at a different, block of things. I do like how these are broken out. I don't like how much space they're taking up, but I think it's okay. And then we have all of this, and I always like to have one space at the very top as the, the registry name. So that we trimmed it way down and we added more functionality. So now what we can do, we're going to test this out on hollows. I'm going to bump this out. Actually, I'm going to bump this out because I need to see these two strings and I'm not going to type them in. I'm going to copy and paste them. So we're going to come up here to the general. We're going to go into attributes and I should be able to put in these custom attributes now. So I can do, I'll keep them together. First one, right? And then this is going to want a string. So enter partial name. I will do hollow. Anything that is a hollow, I'm going to want to, have registered, right? This right here, only one occupier. And I realized I'm already doing this wrong. We'll do false. And I totally did this wrong. I'm cutting it out of here. I don't put this in the hollow. I'm going to move the hollow because I don't need to do anything there. We need to put this in the block. So the debug block here. I'm going to have to make an attribute section. Attributes, colon. I believe it's open curly brackets, and then I can put these in. I believe this is how you do it. So for this block, it's going to be a point of interest for anything that's a hollow. We have the entity point of interest. It's going to be able to have more than one occupier. So hollows are going to want to swarm this thing. If we did everything right, that's what they're going to want to do. Build. So spiders should no longer care about these blocks. We shall see. Delicious. Delicious. Oh wait, I didn't. This may not work. I just realized I did not go through the AI task for seeking a block to make sure I had everything dealt with. The debug block is not happy. Look at that. I bet you we have an error somewhere here. Did I spell attributes right? I think I did. Oh my god, I spelled attributes wrong. Oh my god. And the JSON file is fucked up. I'm telling you, it's that fat fingering, man. Oh my god. It's because I rush things, right? Like, and I just try and type fast, as fast as I'm thinking about it, and these fingers just, they ain't what they used to be. Actually, I don't think I've ever been a really good typist. There we go. Hey, it's better. Oh, we have to give these guys the AI task to even hone in on these. We'll do that next. So let's open up the stalkers, right? Let's not use that. Let's go to this one. We're going to copy this code. Actually, we're going to cut this code right out. I'm going to come over to here, right? Entity monster, hollow surface, yes. We're going to just scroll right down into the AI tasks. We're going to have them prioritize seeking out this block. Animation, you know what we're going to do? We'll do stand walk. Oh, that's for the sit animation. So for the walking over animation, it's going to be that. The sit will do stand. I could do stand, hit, left, right, middle. Fail block code, and then the sound. We will leave those for now. Fireball this in, reload. Oh, the skeleton may have walked too far away. The range is 10 right now. No, wait a minute. Did I not paste it in? Oh, I deleted it. Oh, Jesus. Can't believe I did that. Seek block. Oh, we're going to have to bump this up. I'll make it a 6.6. Priority cancel will be a 6.5. Oh, actually, we got some stuff going on. They're coming from all over right now. Their AI, they will fall asleep before they get to it, the way things are positioned. Let's do, yeah, see, that one it timed out, so he's wandering. Let's do time set night. And then there it goes, trying to break it down as if he would a door. See that one? He got close, but the timer ran out. This guy's probably going to stop. Yeah, stop to look around, get a wander. Mainly because the priority's so low. They're going to prioritize other things. And then, like that one, looks like that one's trying to get to the block. Here, let's change the priority before we continue testing. Oh, that's the stalker that I'm looking at here. Let's close out the stalker. I want the hollow code. Did I close it out? I may have closed it out. Yep, I did. Or I didn't close it out, just went to the back. So let's set the priority higher. Here we go, 6.6 will do. And we'll say the priority for cancel is going to be a 5.3 and up. So it's going to prioritize attacking and charging more than breaking down the door. I should probably change that. The lowest thing I think is crushing blow, which is at a 5.7. So I can put 5.7 here. Because I don't want it, because the other ones, if I set the priority too low, it will try and sprint into the door, not necessarily knock it down. I want it to, once it's already in position, I want it to just start knocking things down. All right, let's reload. And notice it does the animation once. We may have to change that. Or have like a cooldown or something to where, like, if the entity is within a certain range, then it can do it. I've done this once before. How did I fix this? I remember, oh man, I remember being like, ah, shit, I broke something. I think it actually has to do with this. I think I do have to set this down to like a 5.0. All right, we're going to save this. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I'm going to move this up here so I have it. And we're going to reload. Because I don't think seeking entity, I think it uses the wander speed or the seeking speed as the variable for its movement. Yeah, because if I delete up, continue execute this target point of interest occupied. Interesting. So since we have false here, this is occupied. Bad target. Point of interest, target point of interest was null. Ooh. You know what? Just for the sake of saving some time, I am going to go back into the block here. We are going to go back to attributes, and I will set this to true. I think that would fix that. We're going to have to probably pick apart the seek block AI. Yeah, we're going to have to close down and start back up. Build and start. So I'm going to have to do something here. Looks like it was hard-coded in the AI task as well, and not just the point of interest. Ah, delicious. Hope everyone's having a good night. Today felt like a good day. So it is not happy. What is the dealio? Because we had something working, and now we're trying to unwind it. That could be why the monsters are kind of walking in place as well. So let's pick it apart. We have the block here. We have both of these attributes set. It's fine, works. So I don't think there's a problem here. I'm going to move this right there. Let's look at this. A little breakdown, right? Now, what I can do is maybe this is not doing what I think it's doing. If that is the case, I can say JSON attribute as bool. I could put this as maybe false. Because if the bool is true, maybe then it has to be else false. We're gonna fireball that in. I know it's upset right now. All right, so let's continue here. I can get rid of that. We had it registered already, so I can get rid of that. This suitable for, I'm going to do a test with this. We're going to shut down. I'm going to rebuild. We should not be using this at all anymore. So let's see if we have an error pop up. Because that could be getting us. Yeah, failed. So somewhere along the way, we are still using this variable here. Or this constant. We should not be using this constant. So where are we using it? Error list. We are using it over here. I will manually put in what this is supposed to be. That one's going to be a stalker for that nest, which means the other issue is probably right here. So again, if it contains stalker, save. Okay, we can close those. Let's try to rebuild. Boop, good. Good. I'm just going to get rid of that whole thing. I'm not even going to guess with it right now. I say let's get it back to working, and then I can expand. Build, came back fine. Let's start. Oh, another thing going for it, that point of interest may be jacked up because I tried to break it when it was in a broken state. So it may not have been able to remove the block itself. And the AI task doesn't seem smart enough to abandon ship. Because see, we got these walking. And then see, these are perfectly fine, but as soon as I place it down, their thing is to try and get to here, and they are unable to. But if I break this, that's where the error comes up. Okay, so it's a problem in the Seek AI block. I bet you there's something here we missed. Absolutely, there is something in here that we missed. Oh, first things first, let's look at the, what is it? No, is that it? Yeah, this is it. So we're taking in the animation of stand walk. The sit animation is that there's the failed. So I think everything is fine here. We're going to move that over and stack it. All right, so let's go through this. So finding the point of interest, target point of interest, find target point of interest. Get weighted near point of interest. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe that needs to be the block itself. Like the first code part of the block. So it's trying right now to be like entity type attracted to block. Maybe that's not the right thing we needed to do. Because then we have this, right? On goal reached, on stuck, null. And then what happens if this target point of interest occupied this entity? So it's having an issue with occupation right now. Okay. Love you too. Yes, please. Thank you. All right. So I think what we should do is come back into here. It could all be, I may have misunderstood how this actually works. So I'm going to cut this out. There we go. And we're just going to default this back. This is going to be unrecoverable. So we're going to just destroy it, rebuild, and start again. Maybe it's embedded in like the animal nest or something, or the point of interest, but maybe it's coded in a way to where you can only have one occupier. So setting something like that to false may make sense unless all I'm doing is just supplying it puzzle pieces. It just doesn't know how to build the puzzle. Okay, we're not getting a crash anymore, but they are not moving still. We're not getting a crash, but we are getting something here. So it's locking them into this animation, or not this animation, but this wandering. Okay. And I bet it's still probably having to do with this. Kind of think that it may have to do with this variable that we changed. Let's look at GitHub and see what it was before. GitHub. This is why I encourage people to use GitHub, because you can see like your changes that you did. Like I can go down to references. This is what it was. Monster Stalker Nest Den Widow is what it was called. And then the suitable for was Stalker Underground Widow Alpha. What if I have to be more specific with the name? What if I have to say something like, oh God, where's the block? Here it is. Instead of generic hollow like I did, maybe it has to be hollow surface. or technically monster hollow surface. And I would get that name through this right up here. I'm going to copy it just in case I misspelled something. Let's see if I did. Nope. Looks like it was spelled correctly. Okay. There we go. So I got that attribute. Let's save. Fireball. I think we're going to have to stop and start over. Rebuild. And start. So maybe that wasn't it. Wait a minute. Monster Stalker, Nest Den, Widow. Okay, that's fine. Nest Den, Widow. Nest Den, Widow. Yeah. So that contains Stalker. I don't care about any of those. Oh, this was all new. That's okay. I bet you if I get rid of... I have too many windows open. If I come down to here... Yes. I'm looking, I'm like, wait, there are no attributes, right? I didn't accidentally put something in here that didn't need to be put in. Yeah, okay, behaviors. If I get rid of this task, I think everything's going to go back to working. Like movement will return. Hot reload. And reload. I'm gunking something up somewhere. It's not making a connection to the block itself. Yeah, see? Now they're perfectly fine. So that set up a point of interest. Yeah, they're all fine again. Now let's put that back. Oh my god, just put it in the main. I'm going to be going back and forth too often. There we go. So let's push this back in. I can move this over. I don't need to be looking at that. Okay, so seek block, priority for cancel. We're going to get rid of that for now. Incubation days, movement speed, animation, stand to walk, minimum number of hours, maximum. Sit animation is going to be the stand, hit, left, right, middle. The fail code doesn't do anything. The sound, I don't even think plays. I think I have to do like game to get that sound to work. So that should be fine. I feel like I'm missing something minor that got me last time. Something so minor. What was it? What was it? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is it null? Is this, wait a minute, is this null? Right? Because I just want to get the string and associate it with this. I wonder if that was returning a null. Because I was also assuming that that was working, but there was no definition for it used for chickens. So it may have been partial. And text actually did not go anywhere, so I don't think it was a complete system. What I can do to double check is to make sure that this does indeed get assigned. So I'll have a print statement. I'm going to fireball this in and reload. delicious. Oh, thank God. Because I have another soda, and I'm like, I'm thirsty more than I want soda. Well, would you look at that? Huh. It looks like things are working, and now it's actually taking things in. I think that original thing was setting the default string as null, and then setting the whole thing to null. That's why it wasn't going anywhere. That's why the code wasn't being used. So we had imported dead code that I guess Tyron never cleaned up. Which means now I can call this back to what I wanted. I wanted just hollow. So anything hollow related, they all have the same kind of hive mind. Any kind of hollow I make, either a decayed version, a petrified version, sun bleached, underground, above ground. If it's a hollow, I want it to have these kind of tendencies, right? Yes, stop debugging. Yeah, why not? Just rebuild. Yes. And start. It's going to be nice having this like ironed out, because then it's going to be easy to give anything here, any of my monsters, the ability to like a certain block and then go up, and then I can tweak how it interacts with said block. You know, spider, right? Liking a spider web or spider nest. You know, my hollows liking doors, right? Go up to a door. Hey, look at that. Everyone else backed off. Now I kind of want to, now that we know this is working, I can close out of this, right? I don't need to be in the block anymore because we connected the dots correctly here. We need to check with this. Failed block code. I kind of don't like this. Require entity nearby. Sit animation. I don't like how some of these are like incubation days. I want to have actual you know, I'm gonna have to relabel a lot of that stuff, but things are working for now. Where is the? Here it is. This is what I want. Let's just attach this right to the main box again, so I can get rid of this because it served its purpose. Which means I can now go back into here, and then I can just do this, right? Paste as bool. Default value is going to be false. You know what? I will set it to true. Default value true. And now let's go down, back down to here. And I can say if this dot only one occupier, and then else return false. Let's try this out. Not sure if I'm going to be able to just fireball this in. We'll try it. Because I would like to be able to. So nothing is there now. So it should default to true. So there should only be one occupier. Will there be only one occupier? Or will everything swarm, or will they just walk in place again? Nope, they're walking around. They're all kind of far away, so what about you? No? You? Nope. All right. So, so far so good, right? Now let's go back into here. Wait, no. No. Hold on. Wait for it. Here. Comma. Now I'm going to want this. Only one occupier. I will set this to false. Fireball it in. Boop. Reload. All of these should be turning and trying to march their way to that center point. This will see if they march in place, it means that the code that I'm relying on is not as robust to take the conditions I'm giving it. But psych, it looks like it's fine. If I break it, yeah, look at them all upset. I'm going to place it right here. So they're all kind of slowly going towards it. Except for Dude Bro there, who is kind of lost in thought. But we'll see if he kicks out of it. Emotional state. This guy seems like it's kind of locked right now. What about you all? So eventually, these should unassociate, right? Hmm. So these are interesting. It's not acting the way I would hoped it would. Oh my god, is it because it's still technically trying to lay its egg? So there must be something upstream that has it only. So we can't do this. I can do I'm gonna delete this for now. For now, only one will try to break down a door at a time. I'm probably gonna have to rebuild the interface for Animal Nest and maybe even the point of interest code. I'm not gonna fully delete this out. Instead, I'm going to just comment it out. Same with this. I'm not going to delete this out. I'm going to just comment all these other parts out till it reads only the initial return statement. And we're going to try again. Very interesting. Very interesting. I think right after we're done with this, yep, and there they all go. And if I destroy it, right, this is the only guy that seemed to care. And let's see how long it takes him to kind of snap out of this state. Because he's still trying to seek the block. He's not kicking out of it. Nope, still not out of it. And if I hit him, he goes into an aggressive state, but it looks like he's still locked in. So we should add something to break that logic if the block no longer exists. So let's take a look. So we find it, start execute. Starts the animation, is now stuck false. Trying to navigate to it, okay. If this target API is occupied, this bad target return false, so it doesn't continue if it's already occupied. So what I should do is I should save this target occupied. Or this dot target point of interest dot, is there like an exists? Or I should maybe say does not equal null, right? Because if it gets removed, it would return a null. There we go. Look at that. Look around. Just to make sure, I'm going to reload. We're going to place the block down again. I'll wait for the skeleton to, you know, go home, go to the block. Oh no, my nail's starting to split. No! I'm gonna have to clip that before it burrows deep. So it's gonna wander a little bit. Come here, you beasted. Watch what I just did. Breaks everything. Oh, it looks like it did. For a moment, all of them kind of turned and looked, and then they decided that it wasn't worth their time. Interesting. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. We're going to sway that people backwards. Yeah, see, there we go. Seek block. These are all trying to seek up. Oh, there's another one over there. What if I break that on you? So it looks like it kind of kicked them out of it. I think what I'm gonna have to do here is the lay time. How long does it really take to break down the door? Probably, bam, bam, bam. I would say 2,000 would be that. It's not going to be called lay time, but I think that's the stationary position time. Okay, let's try it. I'm going to increase the movement speed as well. We'll make it a 4-5. Seek block. There you go. Make it easy for you. See, look at both of them. They're like, oh, that's good. Let you dock yourself right there, buddy. Oh, you stopped just short. What if I reload? I want to see what the new speed is like. I should probably make a sprint animation for these guys as well, because they're kind of looking a little janky when they're running towards you. Okay, so he's happy. I just broke your shit. What are you gonna do? You're gonna be a little bitch. That's what you're gonna do, huh? Yeah, it's still kind of like we're close. We're close. We're not. Ah, there's the new speed. Oh, that one made it. So all these are kind of breaking. Okay. Very interesting. Oh. I think the problem's going to be in here, in this Seek AI. Let's just take a quick look at it. See if there's anything glaringly obvious. Maybe I hard-coded like a stalker or something in here, because it worked fine with the stalkers. But I have been known to just type in strings, you know. Get required energy. Failed seek targets. Wait a minute. I remember having to manually do something with this. Oh, I think that's literally what I had to manually do. Okay. Hunger, saturation. Nope. That's the attempt. Find a point of interest within 18 blocks radius. Bad targets, cooldown, total hours. Set the occupier null. So that's finished executing. What about this? Hmm. Vice is getting a little sleepy. So this is just starting the animation, setting the occupier. Wonder if it's something weird with the occupier. Wonder if it's setting it right and then, or if it's not setting it right, it can't release it correctly to do another, another AI task. So what do we have? Oh, what do we have here? Point of interest, find point of interest in the radius. So get weighted nearest point of interest. So this is why they move to whatever's closest on their path. So this POI, so that's point of interest type, does not equal this. Then return false and it stops right away. Okay. That's the same constant in here. So if it contains that, suitable for, so that's right here, right? Type, entity type attracted to block. So that should be fine. Entity type attracted to block. And then what are we doing? Suitable for, and this nest is not occupied. Failed attempt. So if this animal's nest does not equal null and animal's nest is suitable for entity and nest point of interest is not occupied by this entity, then we're going to do an attempt. We're going to try and get values for the failed seek targets, and then we're going to say if the attempt equals null, or the attempt count is less than 4, or attempt last try. Oh, that's interesting. So that should be fine. Okay. Last point of interest search total in milliseconds. Target point of interest is finding point of interest. Wow, 42 away. That's crazy. So I wonder if some of this stuff like this failed code block, is that being used anywhere else? Oh, so it's being used down. Nope. So this isn't being used at all. Man, some of this code was just kind of borked, wasn't it? I can get rid of that. I mean, for the most part, like I do have to clean up a couple things, but this should be working. Hmm. I wonder if I need to set a priority for cancel. So for instance, I wonder if I need to do something with like seeking here. So I'll copy this. I will paste it here. We're going to hot reload it. Because I wonder if it's not anything wrong with the code, if it's just the fact that this needs to be able to be canceled. So the thing that's going to cancel this is if it can attack me or if it sees me and it wants to eat me. Until then, it should be focused on its on the task at hand. Ah, we're back into that broken state. What about crushing blow 5.7? I feel like we do need a priority for cancel. I could be wrong, I guess. We're back to this. I guess it really doesn't like this. Time to lay. I wonder if this is supposed to be in milliseconds or if it's already in seconds. Time to lay. Wow, it has a default of 1.5. Wait a minute. This shit isn't even being used? Really? Okay, that could be a big problem. I wonder if I should use some of this old code. Oops. I wonder if it's just calling it too frequently. Maybe I need all of these things in. I will get rid of this. You know what? Actually, instead of doing that, I'm going to do a space. I'll just comment all this out. All right, let's fireball this in. Yeah, I know. I messed up. Sorry. Boo-hoo. It's hard in the world. There we go. Delicious water. Man, I am definitely feeling it right now. Slugging it. Okay. That is more like it. So they're not going to be as attracted to this. A lot of them are going to do their own thing for a while. And then eventually, some of the AI tasks are going to go through. I'll do another one here. Man, these things are really ignoring it. Oh, wait, aren't chickens really coy about approaching a nest? I think this is maybe overkill. Let's try to call some of this back here. All right, so I'll get rid of these. I think this first one is already, there's like a 3% chance, I'm pretty sure. Or less than 3%, it could be 1.5, depending on what that random next double range is. So there could be a less than a 1.5% chance or a 3% chance that this thing from that one method, right? Or that one if statement for it to even attempt to look for a block. Ah, there we go. Seek entity. Seek entity. That one found it. That's not bad, right? Wander. It's doing its thing eventually. There it is. If I delete it, what do you do? Because you just broke the door, right? I don't want you to just stand there like a dumbass. What if I do / game mode 1? Oh, shit. See, the rest of it's doing melee. but I have locked it out of its other tasks. So I have to find a way for it to break this. Maybe it's got to be in should execute. Although it should already be find point of interest 42. It should be deleting the point of interest. I guess I'm gonna have to put in some print statements. You know what I could do? I could take a break from this. I can finish the hollow, and we can at least get the base hollow out in the next update, along with all the tweaks I did to the stalkers. And then this could maybe come in the next update after that. I'm kinda liking that idea. Because I'm still a little ways off. I'd have to figure out the patching. To add this AI to the doors themselves, there are things to be done. But I think we have it, for the most part, it's looking pretty good. Pretty good. I think we got our point of interest looking good. Okay, so we're going to save this. We're going to open up, here we go. These bone boys. I probably want to get rid of this for now. Kind of sucks. I'd prefer not to. I don't think lay time is doing anything. Sit days. Hold on. Oh shit, this is actually being used. So sit days, 1F. That tells me, is that one whole in-game day? No. Sit end days equals to this entity world calendar dot total days plus the sit day. Holy shit, this is, I think this is actually, my god, I think this is being used. If that is the case, this sit days need to be like a fraction of a second, right? Jesus. Incubation days. Oh god, I don't even know. I don't even want to know. Oh, the shit's not even being used. Good. Get rid of that. Movement speed is being used. The animation is. We probably want animation speed on here. Paste. There we go. Minimum cooldown hours. Let's see what is being used here. That's not being used. Good. Maximum cooldown hours. Nothing. So those two things we can get rid of as well. Good, so I did prune back a lot of this stuff. And just get rid of the things that don't really make sense to use anymore. So then we have the animation when it gets to where it is, the failed code part, which I have just default. The sound, it makes a hen laying sound for now. Priority is pretty high. I wonder if I could set up a minimum duration and a maximum duration. That way, there we go. So I have to set this to something reasonable, right? So the duration, I could have it be 1 second to like 1.5 seconds. Let's try that, see if we can snap them out of it by canceling this. I was going to say, We didn't even do anything yet, buddy. Slow your roll. You can have some biscuits in a bit. Gotta wait till they're cooked. Yeah, I'm thirsty. All right. Oh, hey, look at that. They just ignored it themselves for a point of interest, and now it's walking away. Now the question is, aha, and they're all bouncing back to it. So that would be them trying to run back and break down the door. Is kind of what we're getting to, and then they kind of wander and do their own thing. And then it looks like they all kind of go back. So for the minimum duration and maximum duration, I should get cooldowns in here as well. Because we could definitely use cooldowns with these. So I could say anywhere from 5 seconds to 20 seconds, it could try again to break down the door. All right, let's reload. So we're starting to get this where we want it. This is good soup. I don't fucking know. I'm starting to get loopy. All right, break down the door. Yeah. All right, look around. Yeah, you break down that door. Let's walk away. You got 5 to 20 seconds. Oh, there it goes. Arrgh! Boom, boom, boom. I dislike you. I dislike you. Yeah. Yeah. And then they'll start randomly running back in. There we go. Bam, bam. I have to change the speed. The speed. 045, 045, 045. 045. Actually, the speed is what I expect it to be. Let's come over here so I don't get stomped on. Game mode 1. I love when it messes up that first jump. I think the foot shuffling needs to be a little faster. Just a little faster, 5.51. So for the animation speed, let's make it like a 2.5. 2.5. It means up here, this animation speed should be, I'd say a 2.5. Correct? Right? Yep, that would be correct. Okay, nope, that's definitely right. Here, what if I give you something to like? Oh! Thank God I have it doing like little to no damage. Let's pop you back out. If I put this down, you'll kind of wander a little bit. Ah, boom, 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 I don't like you. Should I make it to where these things will try to break down your door if they're aggroed? So like if you hit them right and they're in that state? Right? I don't know. See, it's going right back to the door, and it's trying to break it. And then it's coming to me. Oh, shit. Just fucking punched me. Decked me. Let's try to get some accurate damage numbers. I think because this thing, so a wolf bite does 8 points of damage. That's a lot. That is a lot. I think each fist should do 2 points of damage. Yeah. We'll try this out. I'll have it hit me. Because the big thing is its special ability, Crushing Blow. That thing fucking hits hard. Oh wait, it only does 3 points of damage? Alright, I'm gonna leave that as is. We're gonna reload. Because I gotta get the damage numbers in. That's the only thing I really need to work on to get this thing out, this update. All the extra AI tasks that I'm going for are useless. Not needed at all, not necessary. There you go, try to hit it. Okay, so how much did that do? Hold on, let's heal up. Ooh. This is hitting really hard. So maybe I need to cut this down to be like a 1. 1 and a 1 and then a 3. Because it can hit you multiple times in short succession. Oh. Alright, let's give this a try. Aw, man, I'm gonna have to take pictures of these guys. Put them up. Let's heal. Okay, that's pretty good. Oh, I see what it's doing now. There is a natural delay before you can take more damage. And I'm attacking too frequently, so some of the attacks aren't hitting. I'm going to increase the minimum cooldown and maximum cooldown for both melee attacks. Hopefully to give it a little more space. Because I want the crushing blows to come through. I'm gonna have to, geez, I'm gonna have to heal. This thing's almost killed me. Ooh. It's kind of crazy, actually. Heal. Shoot. Come on. Come after me. There we go. That was a good hit. Yeah, see the AI, it wants to beat down the quote-unquote door. I'm gonna have to... Oh, shit. There it is. Fucking creepy. Very freaking creepy. Um, this is actually pretty good so far. Um, I wonder if there's something I can put in. I think I had it with the stalker. To where like it would not interrupt a cast when you get hit. I think it's stop on hurt, but I don't think that was the exact right words. Cancel on hurt. I'm going to take this. I'm not sure if it's actually going to do anything productive. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to get rid of this attribute and I'm going to comment this out. So with the update, the debug block is not going to attract them, attract any of my monsters. Okay, and I wanted crushing blow here. I'm going to set that to false. Because I notice if you hit this thing while it's doing crushing blow, you can interrupt it. I want to see if I can prevent that from happening. Boop. Come on. Okay, there we go. It still completed it. Okay, good. Good, that did work. All right. I love the laugh that I got. I love that sound. So, sleep when idle, or sleep during the day. This, I think I'm going to leave that part of the code in. I don't think it's going to do anything. If there is no block to seek, no block that's registered, it should just bypass this. I will have it to where it will have to be in an emotional state. It'd have to be aggressive on damage for it to attempt to break down your door for now. I may end up removing that once I... It's going to have to be related to the door. I'm going to have to look at the pathfinding. So like the seek block, I think somewhere up here, there's going to... Yeah, path traverse, navigate to async, target position, on action goal reached, on action on stuck is what we're going to have to... Yeah, see, right now it just says, oh, bad target, and then what does it do? Looks for a new target, tries to find a new target, attempts it. If it does not equal null, then it kind of tries to go to the new target. What we're going to have to do on stuck is I'm probably going to have to see... So we have to think this out logically, right? So I'm outside and there's nothing but air between myself and whatever it is in the field. It traverses down the path until it reaches the goal, right? Goal reached. So this is active and it did not fail, right? It reached its final goal, and then it will continue to do whatever, right? Beat whatever, attack whatever the next thing is. Now I run inside and I close the door, and that thing is chasing me. It encounters the door. What happens? It goes to I'm stuck because I did not reach my target. I did not reach the goal. So it would be on stuck that I would have to do that check for the door. I'd have to say, okay, Is there a door in the way? You know, you're trying to seek me, like, is there a door? If it's a yes, then we can try and do something to that door. I would probably have to do a quick ping within a certain radius, within like a 1 or 2 block radius. Target the closest door, and then do something to that door. Either inflict damage on the door, either explosion or void damage, or however I want to do it. Probably a potency, maybe like a tool strength to break the door. Um, and then maybe it just kind of tries to cycle through that every so often. It's like, oh, I have a door here. Let me try to break it. Hmm. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to do more with that. It's not really necessary right now. So what do we got here? That was web shot. Okay. I think the damage is pretty good. These things are gonna hit fucking hard. They're gonna hit really hard. It's crushing damage. Crushing blunt damage. A crushing blow is actually crushing damage. And it's not going to do any stability damage or frost damage. I could have a crushing blow kind of mess with your temporal stability. Wonder if it should. I'm going to put it to true. I am also going to copy this. I think this was melee, yeah. I can't remember what the percentage of crushing or of stability damage. I think it takes away 1%. I'm thinking. Yeah, so if stability damage inflicted. Oh yeah, it does actually. It does quite a bit of stability damage. I think it does 15% chance. Ooh. Since this is a float, I could put in another key. I think I'm going to, because that's pretty steep. Because getting clobbered by an undead should lower your temporal stability. Like it, just getting decked, right? Like this thing shouldn't exist. Here I am, motherfucker. Pow. So I'll call it stability damage inflicted. True. I'll say amount. Amount. We're going to set this as, what is it, a float? The default is going to be a 1F. I'll do a 1.0F. I do like to do the 0.0 sometimes. We need to create this. Copy, paste. This is going to be a float. This is going to be amount. This is going to be 1.0 F as in Frank. And now what we're going to do is come down to here, copy. Come down to here. And right in here. Oh shoot, I think that's actually a 1.5% chance. Or 1.5% reduction. Which I'm actually okay with. Cut this dot temporal stability amount. I think 1 is going to be way too aggressive. Put it in here. There we go. So now we will come back into here. Where is it? Temporal stability. Here we go. I will say I will give this a 0.2 F. Oh, I can't do the F. That's right. Just 0.2. I don't think I have to do anything by type anymore, so I'll get rid of the by type. Get rid of all of this, and we'll just type in true. If I could spell it right. There we go. Frost damage. This I can just get rid of. It's going to default to false. Maybe I'll make it to where like it can do frost damage. Not sure. Lower your body's internal temperature. Maybe I could call it the kiss of death. Yeah, stop debugging. Why not? All right, so we got a couple things to test. There we go. So these things should hit pretty hard. We'll go into a real world. Force quit. We'll go into this world. I'm going to put myself in, I'll spawn a skeleton. I'll have it hit me. I'll see how hard it hits. And I will look to see how much temporal stability damage it does when it does crushing blow. We're going to have a little distance here. I'll do the old classic one. There it is. Hold on. Let's get rid of some of this stuff here. There we go. Good. Oh. Oh yeah, that's right. Not evading. Okay, so it did do some stability damage. It probably did roughly 1 to 1.5%. But it hit really freaking hard. Let's up this a little bit to maybe I think that maybe 0.5%. Beep. So it punched and then it tries to jump behind you. I like how combat feels. It's not just like I stand one place, I hit with a spear and I just back off a little bit and I keep doing this dance because the thing is stupid enough to keep at me at the same speed. Here we go. It's kind of funny how it takes a little bit for all the AI to, figure out. It's that daytime thing. There we go. Now it's aggroed. Hit me, bro. Oh, you missed. Come on. Yo, mama's so fat. Oof. I see the little tip. It's still not enough, though, right? Like that. I think this is all like partial percent, so that's like 0.5%. What if I want like 1 point? You know what? Let's make it something aggressive. Let's make it 2.5%. Oh, wait, fireball it in. There we go. Whoops, totally forgot that. Oh man, I need a haircut. I need to shave. Or I need to trim this. It's getting too long. Ladies aren't gonna like the longer facial hair. Emotional state. It's funny how, because it takes a little bit for all the AI in the game to catch up once you reload. This thing is mad at me and it doesn't even know it. Boom! There we go. That was 2.5%, 97%. Um, I think I'm gonna make it just a 5%. You're not gonna get hit by this a lot, but when you do get hit by it, I want these things to wear you down. Like the spider, right? When you're running through a field, it's going to web you. You know, it's going to slow you down. That means creatures can catch up to you. They can throw rocks at you. These guys can charge in. They all other creatures besides stalkers will also be slowed. But by that time, everything's already so close to you anyways. Boom! Oh, there we go. That's how you do it. 95%. Ah, missed. See, and it doesn't hit every time. But when it does, it doesn't hit every time. I was watching a Saturday Night Live skit. Oof. Okay, so 95%. Come on. Hit me again, bro. It's like freaking out. Oh, because it's doing its idle animation. It decided at that point in time to do the oh my god, oh. You know, I kinda liked it a little bit. It was like it was freaking out and you didn't know what it was doing. See, the problem is temporal stability generates pretty quickly. Um, Whoops. What if I set it to 10%? Because I'm not even fighting back, and it's not like there's a long enough cooldown to where as long as there's not a temporal storm or you're in a temporarily unstable area, the attack doesn't do much. It's just that it's an attack that you're going to want to try to avoid if you can. Because it's going to lower your stability, which will make other things more attractive. So this thing, if you think about it, the spider's job is to kind of slow you down and control you with that poison, right? And then these things, their job is to pretty much every time they do crushing blow, it's like a taunt, and it's like a taunt to you, right? Like there we go, boom, a big hit to temporal stability. So when they do that, it's making everything more susceptible to attacking you. They see you from further away. They'll, have more of a chance to spawn like the drifter. So it almost like attracts things to you. So it's like a reverse taunt on you. Kind of like a Gorfiend's grasp, right? Pulls everything in to your target. I want all my creatures to feel like they're serving a different purpose, not just a reskin of the same thing, you know? And I think this is pretty good. I like the damage it's doing. I think the combat's going to be fun and it's going to feel different than the spider. The stalker, having both of them to contend with is going to be interesting. If I were fighting two at the same time, I would prioritize trying to kill the stalker first, because that's going to control me. Probably while kiting, I would probably want to use a spear. Um, Sword would probably work too, but I would feel more comfortable with a spear, maybe a couple, so I could try and hit the spider from range when it starts to try to web me. Because you have an opportunity to charge up to it. It's vulnerable when it starts webbing. And you can interrupt the cast too if you throw a rock or stone or do some kind of damage or throw a spear at it or just run up and hit it even with your bare fist. You can interrupt that webbing. Should I make it to where there is a like 10% chance that when it shoots out the webbing, it's a poison webbing? I think that'd be fun. The poison webbing would it would do poison damage to everything else that goes in the webbing too. So it wouldn't poison other stalkers, but it would do poison damage to hollows. It would do poison damage to. You know, it doesn't make sense to do poison damage to hollows, right? Because it's not like they have, you know, what's poison mean to a skeleton? Unless it's like an acidic poison. I don't know. Should I make hollows immune to spider webs? I don't know. Sometimes the jumps just doesn't reset. Oof. So like I can run away from it here. See, it's gonna see me from far away because it's aggroed on damage. If I keep kiting it though, eventually it will de-aggro. It stays like that for 30 seconds after you hit it. There we go. Then eventually it goes back into its regular state. It's going to be probably pissed for a bit. There we go. It looks like it is. But since it's daytime and it doesn't see anything around, it goes back down into its sleep state. So then you'll be like, oh, God, where'd it go? Right? And oh, my God. Because you can't really, like, you could see the box, but you don't know if that's just a pile of rocks or anything. And then you'll go to investigate, right? And then what happens? You get too close and it pops back up. And then it gets back up. Stability damage inflicted, 10. Stop range, I'm going to make 10 instead of 6. Here we go. Now you can see from a little further now. So, right, you're running. It's like, oh, God, where is it? This fucker is keeping up with me. Oh, yeah, let's see what they do when... Oh, of course. I was going to say, let's see how they do in water. Where'd it go? Is that it? Oh, shit, yeah, there it is. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's kind of what I want. I want to see what your swim animation is. I was going to say, did I not give you the ability to swim? It walks through the air. You know what? It's just janky enough to work. I wonder if I give it jump. I wonder if jump would be better. It would just be going like this throughout the water. No, I think that'd be kind of dumb. Maybe I need to come up with a sprint for this, like a run, that makes sense for it. And I also need to come up with maybe a swim animation temporarily. I don't know. Fudge it. Ouch. Fucker. Yeah, it did its special attack on me. 90%. So this feels pretty good. Whoops. Game mode 2. Oh, it just tried to jump in the water. It's still trying to get me. See, that's what I mean. Like, AI doesn't do a good job differentiating between the player and, like, the state they're in. It's fucking flying right now. Get out of water. Let's get out of water. Stand jump. Oh, so I had it jump already. You know what? It looks kind of dumb. So I'll do walk. I think it looked better when it was trying to walk out of the water. Oh man. It's just like, yeah, man. Got to keep those arms dry as I hover through the water. I can't wait to make the next monster. Oh, it's gonna be so fun to do the to make a flying monster. Mm. Yeah, buddy. I think this looks pretty good. I'm glad I got rid of the eyes. I was gonna say, why did it do that? All right, so the only other thing I have to test, get a couple things here. Boop boop. I need to get a knife, and let's get the admin sword. Hey, buddy. Boom. One of these are still alive. Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's make sure we get loot. So there we go. Wow, we got lucky. This is a 11% chance, I think, or 12% chance. So we got a large hide. Oop. Oh shit, we got 2 fatty oils, a small hide, and a medium hide. We got a fatty oil. We got 2 huge hides. This seems too giving. Yeah, I got something wrong. You shouldn't be getting this much loot from these things. I want you to get some, but not that much. Maybe it's the quantity. All the hides, I want you to get 1 of, not 2. Fatty oil, variable of 2, that's fine. The bone, you get 1. I didn't see any bones drop, which was weird. Although I could have also just been getting really lucky. That's how RNG is. Sometimes it literally is, you know, you get like 10 in a row. That's awesome. And then, you know, nothing. That's true RNG. You can always tell when someone fakes RNG on things. 1 large, 1 fatty oil. All right, let's spawn a bunch more things. Gonna get rid of all of my loot. Okay. Now, before I loot anything here, let's make sure I did save it. Okay. Really don't like this, but I got a bone. All right. There's a bone. I want you to get nothing sometimes. Come on, man. Okay, you know, this is feeling better. Maybe I was just getting really lucky with my drops before. There we go. So that would have had nothing. Okay, you know, I kind of like it because you're not going to see a lot of these things. They are going to be hard to kill. I think that's all right. Okay. Oh, I gotta fix the hand. Look at that. It's still missing a hand. Shoot. All right, save and quit. All right, so I think the health is fine. It's got a little more health than a drifter, but you're going to see these far, far, far less than drifters. Drifters are like a plague of locusts. There's not just one of them. There's usually like 5 or 6 of them around you, possibly more, trying to get you. Fucking drifters. Those bastards are everywhere. Team Monster Surface. What am I trying to do? What was I just about to do? Oh man, I'm getting tired. The fist. mm. Like my stream time is limited. Oh my god, it's only 9:31. I am such a lightweight. Oh god. I used to be cool, man. I could stay up. I once stayed up 3 days straight playing freaking EverQuest 2. My eyes felt like they were gonna fucking bleed. I had more Skittles and M&M in my blood than I did actual blood. Freaking pizza, downing 2 liters of soda. Man, I remember. I'm like, oh man, I'm so tired. I'm like, it's been like 3 days. I'm laying on the couch and I have the keyboard up and I'm playing with like one eye open. And my friends, I was at my friend's house. We had like a 3-day weekend, and I spent like it was all of us, but I just did not take breaks. Oh my god, they had a pool, and I remember going in the pool, and I'm swimming, and I'm like, I'm really tired. I'm like, this is one of the stupidest things I think I've done in a while because I'm too tired to swim. Like, what is this? What am I gonna drown in this pool? So I got right back out. Like, I don't trust myself. I've never stayed up like 3 days straight. And what did I do? I think I dried off, right? Went back downstairs. And I'm like, just to unwind, I'll play a little EverQuest 2. Try and grind out the rest of this level. I think I may have played for like another hour or two and then went to bed. Fell asleep on the couch and I slept for like a day and a half. Oh man, it was rough. It was fucking rough. Can't do that shit anymore. Can't even stay up to 10 without feeling tired. Oh man. Okay. I gotta stop. Gotta stop horsing around. Stop screwing around. We're gonna unload that project. Boop. I need to find the shape. You know what? No, I don't. Here it is. File new. Right? File open. Hollow surface open. Here we go. Let's get out of keyframes. Let's go back into cubes. So it is this hand, I believe, that is missing. Yeah, because as it was walking towards me, it was the left hand. So yeah, it was the left. Now what I am going to do is take this. I'm going to create a block. I'm going to call this block sch dash arm left dash fist 1. I'm going to copy this over. I'm going to delete this. And then I'm going to rename this. Save. I don't do any animations with the hands yet, so I don't have to worry about preserving animations right now. Okay. That should have fixed it. If not, I'm going to have to recreate the actual block itself, the fist part itself. Giggity. Build. And play. All right, these bastards should have hopefully 2 fists. That's what she said. Giggity. Huh? No time. There's no time. Fucking tired. Eventually, around the block, I want to make like little, fingers kind of wrapping around. The thumb will be weird to do. You got 2? Wait, it looks like you got two. Yeah, you got two. There we go. We fixed it. Oh, shit. So that jump didn't last long. It's because it didn't really get a lot of air. Fucking asshole, man. Eat book. Eat book. Fucking dick. Fuck you, man. You bastard. I brought you into this world. Don't make me turn this car around. Good. My children are defying me. Good, good. They are learning. Game mode 2. Here we go. Before he gets wise. I think it'd be cool to make like a will-o-wisp. It'd be cool if there was like something that lights up the night. This would probably be that could be my first non-aggressive, like my first passive or neutral monster. Could be a will-o-wisp. That may actually be a good idea. It would be a flying creature. All right, let's come down to here. Abyssal ooze, will-o-wisp. I think I spelled it wrong, but whatever. I'm fucking tired. Neutral monster, ball of light that floats around in forests. What would it do? I'm not sure what I could have it do. Unless I want to add my own blocks and lanterns and stuff. See, that's the problem. Having all my monsters drop things that relate to stuff in game. Just because I'm too lazy to make. I don't want this to become like a block mod per se. You know, like, oh, it drops this tint of wood. Now you can make, this wood stairs, this wood door, this would blah blah blah. Insert whatever it is. This new lantern. I want it to tie into something already in game. What would a will-o-wisp drop? It would drop creative blocks of light. It could drop like burnt out stones. Maybe. Yeah, because I don't know, like the lore items, like none of that really makes sense. It can't drop like an oil lamp. It's not going to drop fat to make an oil lamp. It's not going to drop a torch. It's not going to drop spider web. There's really nothing I could. Maybe it could drop like crystals. Maybe. Or gems. Maybe. A rare chance. Drop fucking diamond or something, depending on the type it is. The color it is. Yeah, I'm not sure. I feel like it's a perfect opportunity to start branching out into my own items for the mod. That serve a purpose. Like maybe, like the stalkers could have poison that you can enchant any weapon with. Maybe start doing things like that. Yeah, because then this is all like food items. Bamboo, it drops bamboo. It drops candles. Yeah, I don't know. This is a tough one because a will-o-wisp is just like a ball of light. In a game, like it would, like sure, like maybe rough diamond, emerald, peridot, maybe. But you get like burnt out light stones and stuff, right? Iron bloom. It drops ingots. Drops nuggies. I don't know. I feel like I'm wasting time right now. I'm harping on this. Like, who cares? It's not even a monster. I just thought of adding a will-o-wisp. Maybe by the time I implement it, I already have like tools and stuff in the game, like custom tools. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you could do something cool with it. We'll see. Creatures. Hey, my creatures. Oh shit. I gotta the summoning bears, the pets. / time set day. Yeah, I have to disable these because they're not quite ready yet. I haven't tested them, period. I don't want people to freak out and be like, oh man, I spawned one of your pets that you can only get through admin. It crashed my server. Because I've never had anything like this. And actually, I think instead of calling them pets, I'm probably going to call them familiars. Because my eyes, a familiar is going to be like a non-combat kind of pet that just follows you around. You know, it's your familiar. A pet, you know, is going to be probably what I term like combat pets, right? Like, you know, something that could help you fight. Maybe I should make a bear mount. Have it to where you could put a saddle on a bear. Is that a mod yet? Did someone do that yet? To where you could tame a bear? Listen to me wanting to tame bears. Look at this cute thing though. Oh, I can't wait to put it in the game. I think people are gonna really like it. I have no idea how the hell you're even gonna get something like this. I have no freaking idea. Oh man. Maybe I could make it to where maybe I could make a passive version of each one of my entities. Maybe I could make like a passive version of like hyenas, chickens, you know, things like that, and have them to where it just kind of follows you. I don't know. I'm sleepy. I'm tired. Burp. So I have to disable these. I think everything else is pretty locked down. The stalkers feel good. I'm happy with their first line of animations. Same with the stalkers. I like the tweaks that I did to them. I think they're going to be a lot more fun. They don't super jump anymore and go like and go like really far away. Their jumps make sense now. Got rid of all the clutter blocks that I've been experimenting with, so it's cleaner on the front end face. I'm gonna leave this in. It's not gonna work for people, but it's coming. The Eldritch Monsters Bestiary. I was thinking it would be cool to have it to where there are different ranks of knowledge. So maybe just by being around a certain thing, or maybe by killing it for the first time, you gain a rank knowledge level of 1, which may unlock a couple things. And then you have like the rank knowledge level 2, right? And that could be like a rare drop from them. Like maybe it's a piece of paper, right? Like a some kind of script or something, or monstrous book page or something, right? And then you kind of use it, consume it, and then you can see more detailed information about the entity. And then maybe after killing so many, you get the level 3, which may give you like a mini pet or a familiar to walk around with and be able to summon by your side of that animal or creature. Although I'd have to give them all some kind of cutesy animation. The bears were easy. I mean, going up on their hind legs, laying down, things like that. That was easy. But like for the skeleton, maybe I can have it to where it like juggles its head or something, or throws its head up and tries and catches it and then pops it back on. I could have fun with it. The spider, maybe I can have it to where it dances from side to side. Something random. It'd be cool to have like pet chickens, right? A familiar pet chicken, a pet rooster, maybe a little pet hen, little chicklet. So cool. All right, I'm gonna disable these. Get out of here. You're drunk. Ain't nobody. There they are. All I have to do is just set this to false, and it disables the bears. Unless someone wants to be brave enough and try it. I just haven't tried it in multiplayer yet, so who knows? Things could blow up. Things could be fine. Hey, why did I just start up Facebook? Oh my god, I'm freaking tired. Holy crap. What was I gonna look up? Oh yeah, I was gonna look up the Vintage Story modding site. I'm gonna see if anyone's given me any other like any feedback for my other monsters, or not other monsters, but um. Okay, so I've been playing for a couple days now. All seems good except what Dr. Crumb says. Only have one suggestion, but minor. I like the model of the spider, but I feel could use a bit more blended natural textures for their skin. The black look fits for caves though, but maybe a touch of gray and earthy colors would really make them not pop so much. Interesting. So the widow aspect of it. Hmm. Should we redo that texture of the stalker? Because it does make sense what they're saying. Like the stalkers really do like stand out in this kind of environment. Like they really stand out in this kind of environment. What if I make them like I can keep the widow part and then we can maybe mess with the shading a little bit. Like this it does make sense what they said. This kind of texture would work really well in caves. Not so much overworld, right? Let's pull up the textures. I've been on the fence about that honestly. So this is a good opportunity to, try it out, right? Cuz I could do something like the boreal I put a lot of texture in. So let's mess with this a little bit. First let's invert these colors. No, I don't like that. Let's do a curve. I like that even less. Cancel. Let's try and do a different color tint, maybe, is what we need to do. Something maybe earth toned. Maybe I can make them kind of yellowish. All right, I think what I need to do is not start off with this base. Let's pull up the, I have a saved texture already. This is for the stalkers, ST, stalker skin. Oh. Yeah, because the widow, the black widow texture skin is very, very, well, black. The recluse was too brown, I think. I dislike the recluse a lot. The orb weaver, I think, was better, but it was very bright. I could start with this as a main texture, though. Got some wispies in it, and I can give it the hair texture, right? And then maybe what I can do is tone this down a little. So first of all, let me duplicate everything that I'm doing so I can preserve what I originally have. because it's technically not going to be the orb weaver. Now I can mess with this color. Actually, I'll do a couple more things. Should they have the widow mark on them? Should it be like a band around the butt? Or should it be a combination of both? Could I do a band and then the widow mark on top? That way it's kind of like a mix of all the things, right? And the band may actually help it to pop a little more as well. Like it could blend in enough, right? But it can also have that pop feel to it. And then I wouldn't have to necessarily call it like a widow or a variety. I could come up with my own exotic name for it. No, it's an idea. Although I do have to keep in mind the color variance. So maybe the brown can be the common one. Like maybe I can make it like a lighter brown so it doesn't step like russet's going to be a dark brown. And then, okay, so I'm starting to get ideas here. Let's come up to the top again. I'm going to copy the widow stuff. Oh, better yet, I don't even have to. I just have to adjust this texture here. All right, so let's go to hues and saturation. Pfft, fuck that. Kind of like that earthy tone, right? Similar to dirt, yet not quite dirt. Yeah, I think we can try something like this. Okay, okay. I'm actually going to leave this up top. I'm going to make some copies. So I'm thinking I still want black joints. So I'm going to duplicate this and we'll bring this up. Right, like the darker joints are what I'm going to want for shading. Let's go down to the widow. I'm going to have to make duplicates of all of these. So golden. Let's make a duplicate of this. There we go. All right, so we got golden. We got the common, duplicate layer. There we go. We are going to have the verdant, which is green. And we will finally have the last one, which is violet. Duplicate. Bring this right up top. We also have to bring up the texture for the miscellaneous stuff, which is the eyes, the fangs, things like that. Okay, let's save what I have done so far. Let's look at this objectively. I think the color, since we do have a golden, it's a little too close for golden. Adjustments, hue and saturation. This is going to be a crazy idea. What if I try to do a black and white scale? Have like a gray spider for the original. So it's going to look similar to this. There we go. Like that. It's going to have the widow mark, the original widow mark, and it's going to be kind of grayscaled. That way maybe it pops a little more. No, I don't like the grayscale. We're getting closer though. We just have to find the right color for these spiders. So what are we going to have? We're going to have purple. We're going to have gold. We're going to have green. So what colors does that really leave? Leaves like red, but the hourglass is already red. Really, I think toning the colors down a little bit. Okay, let's try this, right? I tone the colors down. Let me try and darken everything now. See, unfortunately, the darker you make it, the more you lose texture-wise. Because if you go down like this, then I have to start using the white again for the leg joints. I think the original texture may have to be more vivid. I didn't mean to invert it, but I don't think blue's going to be what we want. Let's undo that. Hue and saturation. See, that would be perfect for the golden. That is the golden color right there. Right, so you get that, and then you get, oof. Maybe not. Maybe not. Unless I make this a lot more vivid. But I think we're getting closer. Why the hell do I keep doing that? That's just too much. I mean, I don't know. Let's duplicate this. Maybe I should just make it black and white. Maybe have a gray spider. It would look more like a rock. Maybe like a granite or something. And then it would have the red hourglass on it, which the hourglass would pop. And then you'd have the red insides. You know what? Let's see what this looks like. It's kind of hard to envision it. So I'm going to save this, and we're just going to merge everything. I'm going to drop this down, then drop this down. Copy, paste. Let's see what this looks like. Fireball it in. All right. Let's see what the new spider looks like. I know I just saved over. I'm going to have to undo that. I'll save a copy of this texture for like the underground, because I think we're onto something with that. Maybe I can make two different versions. So that would be the new spider. I do like it because the hourglass, it looks like it blends in more. You got the white eyes. It's kind of, again, it resembles stone. These spiders. What does it look like at night? Oops. Time set night. Yeah, that would blend in a lot better than just the jet black. You'd see like the eyes kind of peeking through. By that time, it's already trying to get you. You know what? That was actually a really good suggestion that person had. That's what I love, like people like they have such good suggestions. We'll do a file, save as. Instead of surface, I will do underground. go, and I'll redo all this. Actually, I will delete that. Okay, so if that's going to be the new direction that I take, I need to do the golden, the verdant, and the violet versions. Maybe I could do a file, save as. We'll do underground. Bam. I can close that. A file, save. Whoops, cancel. File, save as. Cancel. The fuck. This one. File, save as. Here. Because the cave ones, right? They should be different. I like this. And then the cave skeletons, I could maybe make them. I can make one type of texture up top, like the petrified or something, and then the cave ones can have a maybe a darker striated kind of pattern. Know what I mean? Okay. So now that I have those in, let's open up the originals back. All right, and let's make some new textures. Undo, 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 undo. There we go. So since this is the original texture, I'm going to get the colorized texture again. I am going to do the golden first. So that would be the golden. I can maybe, let's make this texture not as vivid. It said not as vivid. Kind of don't like that. What if I made this pop more? Maybe if I made the hourglass more vivid. I think I'm onto something. Because I want the whole, appearance to be different. That is a very strong color. It's supposed to be golden, so I like the golden here. I could maybe tune down the saturation on this a little bit. I'll go like 75%. That way it does pop more. I could try it. Okay, so then if that's the golden, we'll do the green next. I think the green's going to have to pop a lot more. Not really the popping mood, is it? See, that would be pretty darn good. This, we'd have to do a hue saturation. Maybe do another 150. This part we can tone down a little bit because the green's going to be, it looks like it's coming out more aggressive. So that I absolutely could bump all the way down. And then what we can do is come back up, and then I can do hues, adjust saturation. There we go. That way the hourglasses really pop like green. Just take a look at what the yellow looked like. Yeah, see, the yellow pops pretty well. The green, I think it pops a little too much, honestly. I gotta tone it down just a little bit. That's better. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot better. Okay, so that's going to be the green, and then we have the purple, the violet next. I went darker with this, huh? That's not going to work. Use saturation. Get rid of that. Let's see what kind of purples we have. So there's the kind of purple where it's like a deep purple like this. Then there's one where it's more like a purple blue. I think I'm going to want, if I do the darker purple blue, maybe something like this, that would allow me to really try and go with the opposite of what I did here with the hourglass and maybe make it again pop more. Have it be much, much, much more vivid. Yeah, it needs more cowbell. No, that's too much. So I'm gonna have to wash out some of the color here, I think. Right, that way it has the hint of purple in it. There we go, while allowing the purple to come through for the hourglass. Okay, I'm liking that. I think the green's good. All right, so let's start compressing these down. I will start with the purple. First thing I'm going to do is save everything. Let's merge the hair texture down. Let's merge the colors down, the highlighted colors. We're going to want to merge this on top. And then we're going to want to pull this down and merge. There we go. So this will be purple. All right, come back to here, undo, 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 undo. There we go. Bring that right down. Okay, so now the green will be next. So let's merge this down, merge this down. The green, I don't like how vivid it is, but I think it'll be okay. Maybe it'll look better. Merge that down. Then merge that down. Copy. Here we go. Paste. Boop. And then the last one is going to be the gold. Undo, 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 undo. So this will be the gold, the gold. Okay, merge the layer down, merge, merge, and then copy, paste. Huzzah! All right, undo, 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 undo. There it is. All right, save. So I don't need that up anymore. We are not going to save this because I was making adjustments to the boreal stuff, which I'm not even using yet. I can close out of this. We will fireball in all changes. All right, I'm going to reload. That way it pumps all the new textures out to the variants. And we should see a lot more color diversity now. / time set day. So this will be the standard one. I can already tell I'm going to kind of like this. There's the yellow. Oh, I like that actually. I like that. You will be able to see it better on a surface like this. I like how bright it is. Like that feels like a golden surface stalker, right? This right here is the regular surface stalker. Then you have the green, right? The verdant one, which I think that looks pretty damn good too. Purple, I like it because the other ones are kind of bright. The purple feels like it's toned down a little bit, similar to the common. I like this. Heyo. All right. Fucking rooster crowing somewhere in there. Oh, I got this awesome shirt, by the way. I don't know if anyone noticed what it said. This right here. Basically, so I've been watching this show called Bluey, and if anyone's got like kids or anything, you know that this show, like, it's actually a really funny show. I like the show, and my little boy likes it too, so we kind of watch it together. But the dad always plays with the kids, and I guess the show it originates in Australia, and it kind of shows kids like how to use their imagination, but it's helpful for the parents too because it's like shows you how to like play along with your kids' games. And the father is actually like the main person that plays along with all the games. Like the mom's still a mom, right? Like the mom's still there, but it's the dad that goes over the top. So there's this one episode where it's like the kids, and each one it like teaches the kids something. So this one, it's like they get a coin, right? To the two little daughters get a coin to play like, the claw machine. And they lose, right? And they're like, "What?" So they're all upset and the guy's like, the father's like, "Yeah, this is a good opportunity to teach them something." So he sits down, right? And he takes all their toys in his lap and he's like pretending to be Magic Claw and he's talking like Magic Claw. And he ends up they try and put in fake money. He's like, eh. He's like, only real money is accepted here. It's like, but we don't have money. Get a job. And then they're like doing house chores, right? And the kids are just like trying to like water the plants, but like wrecking everything. And the father thinks he sits back and he's like, "Oh, this is great." He's like, "I'm going to teach him a lesson and we'll get the house clean." And the wife's like, "I'm pretty sure neither thing is happening right now." So they end up doing the chores quickly, right? They get a coin. And then he goes to, try to do it, right? They're pretending it's a joystick and then the hand goes down. And then he ends up coming back up with nothing. It's like, more coins. And they're like, "But come on, we're your daughters." He's like, and that's what this quote is: "Magic Claw has no children. His days are free and easy." Just made me laugh so freaking hard. So I had to get the shirt with that quote. Magic Claw has no children. His days are free and easy. Going spider crazy. Boom. I definitely like this though. I like the new spider, above ground spider textures. Feels like we got a winner. Oh man. All right. So I guess I can reply to that person. They did help out quite a bit. Um, so your it's gonna take me a moment here. right, I gotta do the at Zan. Does anyone else have any suggestions that I'm just like too blind to see? Here we go. Just posted it. I think for now this is a slam dunk pretty much. I should probably get new. I gotta get new pictures of all these things. I hate getting pictures for like the mod site. I don't know. I feel like I'm just not good at it. It's not like it's not like I don't know. I feel like I know what my limitations are. You know, this may not even be limitations. It may just be me being lazy, and I know that I'm gonna have to put a lot of effort into it. Hey, what do we got here? Dirty Rain. Is it hard modding, and how hard is it to start from nothing? It's not hard modding. You just have to think logically. Um, and I think the hardest part may be just kind of getting familiar with programming language. If you are familiar with it to some degree, like I was very familiar with Java, but this is C sharp. So, like there's a lot of things that are the same, right? A method's still a method, variables are still variables, but it's not object oriented like Java. But it was pretty easy to I think it's pretty easy to do. I've been trying to stream all my development to kind of prove the point that like anyone can mod. And you can make like literally all I've done with like the spiders and the skeletons and all this extra stuff. I've live streamed like every vital step, you know, registering the entities and everything. I encourage people to try a mod if you have a mod idea. Just because the way I see it, like it could be another really cool mod for the community that I may end up using in my own personal server, right? Like we all have really good ideas and we all have unique ways of thinking, so why not help each other out, getting started. Um, and coding is a very like if you ever look at people who do guides on coding and stuff like videos, they do not they real code is not written that way. Um, you don't just start off with this super complex thing. You start off very basic. Like if you caught my live stream earlier, I figured I wanted to make an entity behavior, because I wanted to eventually make it to where my entities, right, my monsters, will target like doors, right, or different blocks, different points of interest, and be attracted to them, and then do something when they're close enough to whatever that object is. But you just kind of break it down. Like all I did to start is I registered a basic, block entity behavior, put it on a test block, and then had a print statement that said, succeed, right? And I had it like spam, and then it's like once you have that step done, then what do? Let's look at the point of interest system, right? We have to register it on the server side on initialize. Okay, after we do that, what do we do? So, it's an iterative thing. Like my stalkers were kind of dumb at first. They just sat there. I think I actually copied stalkers were pretty much locusts at first. Um, and you can find everything you need as long as you have the game installed. What I do a lot of times is I go right into like the vintage story assets, survival entities, right? And you want to make something that is going to be like a monster. You think to yourself, well, what's in game already, right? Like that's going to act like it. If you want to make a dire wolf, a wolf male would be a really good place to start. And bam, this is your basic JSON file. It's using a general entity class, right? It has like the hitbox sizes. Heck, if you even wanted to, you could open up this shape, like go to this file location, get the shape in the editor. Like if I wanted to make a dire wolf and I wanted to start off with a wolf, there, I'll go to File New. I can just go to File Open, right? And then I would navigate to the game. So I would come down to Vintage Story, Assets. It would be Survival. The game has like 3 different mods. So it would be survival, and then I'd go under like shapes, entity, and then literally you would go under what it is, like entity, land, wolf, male. So entity, I'm in, land, and then wolf, male is right there, open. Boom. I have the basic wolf. If I go to keyframes, like I have the walk animations already. And then really it's going to be about me working with something that's already there. Maybe a dire wolf, I want it to have, pointy ears or anything. And that's when you kind of click on things and this is the right ear. Let's make another cube, right? Like if I want it to be bigger, thicker, blah, 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 whatever, and then have it walk with like elephant ears. Yeah, Claw did some mods and he said he's not good at it, but he created some mods. Yeah, you get better as time goes on. Like I have a couple mods myself. Here, I'll not save that. But I mean everything's here. Your animations, like all the behaviors. It's like if you want something to be able to drown, you give it like on a server side, you give it the entity behavior for breathe right there. That right there, just by putting that little snippet of code in, it gives it access to the air system and it has the default, just like the players, to where it could be underwater only so long till it starts to suffocate. AI tasks, all this is just a priority queue of what it does, right? A wolf will try to attack you and it looks for these entities, right? Players, chickens, whatever. It's a slashing attack, does this much damage, right? This is the cooldowns for it. It's all pretty easy. What it drops, how it spawns in the world on world gen or runtime, which is just while the game's going. But all the base code is there, so you could just pretty much copy paste and then tweak what you want. It's fun. It's very fun. It's kind of easy to get to because you have access to everything. If you want to make a block that is like take your pick, spider web, right? So I'm in block types. Here we go, spider web. This is literally what spiderweb is. This is the shape it's using, how it's rendering the transparency, how it's coming through in creative mode, what material it is. Bam, you can replicate most of this, tweak what you need, and you can make something else that's similar to that. And the more mods you make, like I have a couple mods under my belt, so I have the Vice Blocks mod, which I ended up revamping so it adds like a new beds and windows that you can open and shut, things like that. But each time you make a block, like the gravestone, I have the almanac in there. I can relate to that code, right? So if I want to make something new and I'm like, oh wait, I'm kind of doing this over in my other mod, you could just go back to that other mod, go into the item. You don't have to rewrite and design your code. You just do a copy and paste, right? Put in your code and bam, it works. So it gets faster the more you mod. Like these entities, I actually used my machine mod as a base because I was spawning entities in the world already. So I was able to look to see how I did it to remind myself and then bam, register the entities. But I don't mind showing people how to do things. That's part of the reason why I'm streaming, I'm live streaming this and I'm putting this up on YouTube just so, people can maybe use it as a reference. Maybe they can make something cool. Maybe, you know, like if someone has like a question on how to do something, I try and help out. And I get some good suggestions from people too, because a lot of times when you're coding, you're too close to the too close to the problem. You don't see the solution that is like right there in your face. So yeah. See, like look at this. Like I wanted it to where these things slept during the day, as long as it didn't see any players around to eat. So eventually, in their own time, while it's daytime, these things will just stay still and sleep. At night, they become more active, see, and they wake up. And now they'll start to kind of wander around in given time. See, there we go. See, now they're all starting to turn, starting to do their own things. That one's starting to wander. That one apparently just wants to sleep a little more, which is fine. That's a behavior I did give them to where they do. That's their like resting state. See, it walks a little bit and then goes down for a rest. So, you just, it's fun. I like it. I encourage you, if you're interested, to make a mod. Vintage Story has a lot of good stuff on their site. So here, if you go to the Vintage Story site, and then you can go to the wiki. I'll show you right now. I scroll all the way to the bottom. There's a whole modding section of this here. You can make a mod as basic or as complex as you want. Um, yeah, so like I can click on any of this, right? Getting started. This tells you like, what kind of things you could do, the different kind, like a theme pack, coded mods. I always make a mod. I use Visual Studio, and I make a mod that is a compiled mod. So it's going to use JSON files and it's going to use class files. You get the most dynamic experience with that. But I mean, if you go to the bottom, bam, like all of this stuff here, how to set up your environment with Windows, Linux, whatever. But you want to make an item, right? Or God, I don't know. Take your pick, right? You can pretty much do anything. Like for an item, you can click on this, the item, and it tells you like all the properties that you have access to. So I can come down to like tool, right? If I want to make a pickaxe, and then it tells you like, the knife, that keyword, harvest grass blocks, right? And then the blocks that actually use it. So like I can look at the knife and the scythe, right? Again, in the game files, like item types, tools, knife. So right, it's like, oh, that, to make a knife item, right, in that property, bam, this is how it's used. Tool, knife, right? So that right there, that did it, right? All the attributes for it, what it looks like in it when it's in a storage container, the transform for it. There are even things in game like if I wanted to edit a time set day, like this weapon in my hand, you could do dot like tf edit, and I can have it to where first person hand transform. I want to make it bigger. Boom. I want to rotate it up like this. I want to, for whatever reason, have it right in your face. There we go. This is how I want you to hold it. It automatically gives you the JSON code to copy and paste, right? I could just copy JSON. I can open up the JSON file, right? And I can just paste it in. Bam. None of this having to restart the game or do anything crazy. It's a lot of fun. It's very easy once you know the tools. Boop. Spiders look so cool. Seems you could work in game. Seems you could work in game industry easily. Maybe. I do work in IT for my career, network infrastructure. So I work with like switches, cores, routing, wireless, VoIP, pretty much anything that touches a network for education. I program, do an assessment, tell the districts what to buy. When they buy it, I'm the guy who makes it work and then maintains it. So, I do IT already. This is just something I do for fun. This is just for funsies. Spawn a bunch of these spiders. A couple green. Man, getting the sounds for the spiders were so freaking creepy. Because like I got like real spider sounds. Like some bigger spiders hiss. Like I don't know what I would think having a spider actually hissing at me. I think first of all, if it was in the house, I would burn down the fucking house. Like there's just no like I don't know how it got in, but another one could get in. Nope, we're starting fresh. Sorry. Fucking burn it all down. Oh man. I think we're pretty much ready for a release of this mod. And I still have to figure out what to do with my passive pets. How can I add these things into the game? I'll enable them again. I just don't know how I can pass these out to people. It doesn't make sense to craft them because they're like pet bears. They're baby bears, right? They're non-combat pets. So they just kind of follow you and they do cute things, but how would you obtain them from a monster mod? Unless I make like a dire bear or something. But then that's kind of dumb, right? It would be kind of like a real bear anyways. Here we go. So like there we go, little black bear. No, I want panda bear, right? I don't know how I can incorporate these. I want to. I want to incorporate these little guys. I just don't know how to do it. Lol, you made panda bear. Looks really nice. Yeah, I made because they don't have cubs, so I play World of Warcraft and whatnot. Yeah, little cute bear. Oh, going down for a nap. But I wanted like a passive pet. With this, it follows me right now. So it will wake up, see it detects that I'm not there, and then it tries to just follow after me. And then once it gets close enough, it starts to do its own thing, like pacing around, going up on its hind legs. It has a sit that it also will randomly do. And again, it's all randomized. You can right click on it, and then it's waiting right now. So I can run around like it could be in my house. I could run around. It's not going to try and follow me. It's just going to stay in that general area. It's going to wander, but see, now it's going down for a nap. But I have it to where like it's an item, right? And then I even went a step further. And if you hold it and you crouch and right click, you can name it. So I'll do JR Cheeseburger because I am hungry. So this guy's now called Junior Cheeseburger. So, but I just don't know. Like, I created this whole system like literally in a night. I've sat there and I'm like, it was Vexus. Oh, I love the sitting animation. I love bears. Honestly, they're one of my favorite animals. My spirit animal is a bear. But I literally like I think I was talking with Vexus about it, and then like one night I'm just sitting there and I'm like, I wanna I wanna make bears that are like little. I want to make little non-combat pets, and I want to start off with bears. I just don't know how you unlock these things. Like, I mean, it doesn't make sense if this is a drop from a skeleton, right? The fuck is a skeleton going to have an item for a pet bear? I was thinking, yeah, oh yeah, and skeletons like to go in their death state during the day. So you could be like running through the field and it would look like maybe stone or something, right? Because it looks like stone, but really it's a skeleton, and then when it sees you, it pops back up and attacks. I don't know how to incorporate these. I don't know. If anyone has any suggestions, this is what I'm talking about with like you're too close to it sometimes. I don't know how to get these in the game. Please help. PLZ. Get a brown bear. I'll name him Bernardo if he's here. There we go. Oh, Bernardo. Little bear. I like creating too, for example, in Far Cry, they had a level editor. Really like to create maps and stuff, but need to learn to code for this stuff. Yeah, I mean, definitely look through the site. It's easy to get started. The biggest thing I would suggest that I just kind of started doing more with this current mod is I always have like a references where I keep like constants like strings and stuff. Things that like, that are string specific for like, this is like a key, right? And if I misspell any of this, everything breaks. But hey, Bernardo's there. Did you like the pet bear's name, Bernardo? But anyways, towards the top, I actually have like all the ideas that people give me and the ideas that I come up with here, like the to do. Um, oh, patch an AI task for things like rabbits to run away from spiders. I may do that. But like I had my creature types here, the stalkers, what their abilities were going to be, things like that. I was learning C++ on 1 year in my school. Yeah. Bear Nardo. Oh, could do it. Could do that. Where are you at? Boop. Bear Nardo. Here, I'll do one better because I made it to where you could have special characters. Um, ah, hold on. I didn't put anything. So Bear dash Nardo. Boop. There we go. Bear Nardo. Oh, it's great. I think what I want to do too is like chickens, like the roosters and the hens. I want to make non-combat pet versions of them. The hyenas, basically like the wolves, anything that's in game, I want to shrink down, right, and make a pet for. Again, I just don't know how to give them to people. I don't know. Do I make it to where like you have to you have to like summon them from my version of the Necronomicon, my bestiary, and then have it to like in this menu. This is just the placeholder menu, but have it to where you could click what you want to summon or dismiss them. I don't know. Or should I keep them as items? Like, would that be easier? Although what happens when you log out and then your pet disappears, right? It's not like you get the item back, it just throws it on the ground. I don't know. There's a lot of ifs still. Maybe I should do it through the menu. I don't know. Maybe next stuff you could try to create bird or flying creature. That's maybe more complex because of fly. Actually, what we are gonna do is I have the stalkers are pretty much in their 1.0 release. I wanted to do the stalkers first, which are my version of the spiders. I wanted to do the hollow, which is my version of the skeletons. Skeletons are not complete yet with their AI. I want them to be able to break down doors to get to you. Iron doors would be immune, but when they aggro on you, I want them to like beat on your door and then keep trying to get in. Um, if they are aggroed onto you, not just in passing, but if they have taken like damage from you, they'll try and break your door down to get to you. So that part's not complete yet, but everything else about them's complete. So the next creature I was going to work on was either going to be the unstable or the wraith, and either one of those, I think they're going to be flying monsters. So I will be creating a flying monster. The unstable are going to be similar to creepers. They're going to be kind of like a floating eyeball with tentacles. Think of like a beholder from Dungeons and Dragons. They're going to be similar to that, except that they're really going to dislike sunlight, as in they're going to like always move to the shade and run away if there's sunlight. And they're going to have their special ability is going to be invisibility. So they will cloak themselves, but if they go around any kind of artificial light, so any oil lamps, if you're holding a lamp, right, any torches, anything that gives artificial light, it will uncloak them, and they're gonna be like creepers in Minecraft. So they're gonna want to get up close to you, and they're gonna light their fuse, and they're gonna try and self-destruct to kill you. So you're gonna have those, or the wraith. I don't know if I'm gonna call them wraith, spectral, or phantoms yet. Ghosts, I don't know, whatever I call them. They're gonna be semi-transparent. I want their special ability to be fear. So it's gonna be like they're gonna hit you with their spell and make you run away. They're gonna have projectiles that they throw, and it's gonna make you just try to run away from them in any direction, any random direction. They are going to be unique because I want them to go through walls. Maybe not every type of wall. I may make some kind of defense against a wraith. But they spawn. I don't want them to spawn at night or anything. I want them to spawn. I have a chance of spawning from the death of things. So if you kill a spider, if you kill a hollow, if you kill a bear, if you kill a wolf, if you kill a rabbit, anything like that would have a chance of spawning a wraith. I may also make it to where like they could spawn, like if you try to use a bed, they have a chance of spawning as well, like interrupting it. Um, Not really sure how else I could bring them about. But either way, I'm going to be designing one of those next. And they're going to be a flying creature. So we are going to have, altitude to deal with. Seems cool. Or in hard mode, it always spawns on death. Yeah. I mean, I can do anything I want with these things. I'll probably have like a percentage of like maybe a 25% chance to spawn one of those after you kill something. Or not even if you kill something. Like if a rabbit falls off a cliff, right, and then it dies from fall damage, that is an event that could trigger the spawning of a ghost. And then what I would do is to make sure that there's not too many is I can have it to where on the whole, right, on the server, there's a maximum amount of those things that can exist just to, kind of help out, so you don't have like a bunch of wraiths everywhere or whatever I call them. I'm not sure what I'm going to call them. Oh, hey, I totally didn't even see that there. Yay. Oh, and I have it to where like just like in World of Warcraft or anything, the your pets will if it's been too long and they're too far away, they'll teleport to you. Black Saxicle just died in permadeath. What? What accident? I think it'd be neat to have like the little surface hollow. Oh, you know what I could do with my bestiary? Maybe I could extend it to the creatures that already exist in the game as well. So if you kill enough of the creatures, like you gain like the ranks I was talking about, and maybe the final rank is the ability of having like a miniature version of it, like a non-combat pet version. Because like imagine a skeleton, right? Like shrunk down to like 40%. And then I can make animations where maybe it takes its head off and it throws it up in the air and catches it a couple times and then puts the head back on, right? Readjusts it. Have it do like little cute things, like maybe it scratches its arm and then it falls off and it's got to bend down and like connect it back up or something. Lazy. Lazy. Yeah. Oh, it's upset about its humanity. I think I have to I've got to change the AI on that. We have to extend it a little bit. Entity hollow monster surface. It needs to last a little longer so it doesn't clip with the next thing like wandering around. So seek block daytime. That one I called despair. So it takes a look at one hand, then a look at the other, and then it goes down like that, like it's sad, and then it just goes right back to patrolling. I love it. Kind of make them feel, like you pity them until it sees you, and then it starts trying to beat your face in. Skeletons looking like a rock is a brilliant thing you did. Yeah. What I actually want to do eventually, I'm getting out a base version of each monster. And then what I want is to make like an alpha version of it. So the alpha version is going to physically look different. It's going to look similar yet different. Like with the spiders, they're going to have the spiders with like the big butts. For and in that spider nest, it can spawn a couple of the regular, just surface or underground, whatever I make, stalkers in it. So but you have to kill them all, right, and destroy the nest to get to the source block of it, and then maybe that block will drop some really good loot. Or for instance, these guys, the reason why I want them to be like this is because the alpha for them, I wanted to put down a tombstone. And then that tombstone will make like a temporary graveyard in that area, which these things will be attracted to if they spawn close by. But I want like different grave sites, like You know, like maybe different types of gravestones here, right? So like it could spawn like the main one, and then maybe it spawns something like this, right? You know, boom, 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 whatever size I make it, right? And then it has a chance of did I lose sound or did Vice lose sound? Oh, I don't think so. I see my sound going. Oh, lag got you. Wait a minute, Vice. You had a huge lag. Now you were muted. No! Dirty Rain, thanks for the follow. Hmm. Let's see. I have no idea what to do. It looks like it's set up fine for me. We'll come back up. Oh, all right. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, just refresh then. I don't know. Maybe it's Twitch being Twitch. But thanks for the follow. Here, I'll do this. Reset player didn't help. Now we have to wait till it comes back to refresh. I will try to restart.